Hello guys, and welcome to a new playthrough, but this is going to be part 1 till I'm able to complete Sakura Spirit. Till then, yeah, welcome to Sakura Dungeon. And here we go. Normal. Huh? Is this long dream really finally over? What happened to me? How much time has passed? I cannot say for sure, but I can tell I have not been awake for a long time. That's right. I am beginning to remember now. A loud yawn escapes from my lips as I look at my surroundings. I rub the sleep away from my eyes, my blurred vision slowly focusing. That was a good nap. It's then that I notice someone else standing in the room. You monster! A woman clad in silver armor is pointing a sword at me. She is kind of rude, considering that I have just woken up. I challenge you! I can't help but ignore her for a moment. Looking behind me, I see a shrine with a crystal in its center. Tapping the strange crystal, I feel my finger go numb. Tell me, what did you do? What did you do inside this room? Eh? I solved the puzzle and you emerged from the mist, which came out of it. So it seems like I was sealed in a puzzle. I have no idea how this puzzle works, but this woman was capable of figuring it out. But enough of that! I know not what you are, but I will defeat you. Oh, so you're an adventurer. I look her up and down. Oh. She does look like the type. You can obviously tell that she's trained hard. Every one of her movements are precise and efficient. Know my name, Fox. I am Ceri. Ceri? The Adventuring Knight. I'm probably butchering that name pretty hard. I'll probably find something to make it sound more sense to me. If you're an adventurer, you'd be up to date on current events, right? I don't understand why you're asking me that, but yes. Tell me, adventurer, when did the domain of Queen Isis disappear into the dunes? She just looks at me dumbfounded. Eh? What a bizarre question. That was during mythical times, hundreds, if not thousands of years. Oh? So it's been a while then. Several hundred years. I wonder what has changed while I have been asleep. Do you even not care that I am here? Stop insulting me. She brings her blade down in a arcing slice. I step to the side, avoiding it completely. She looks at where I was standing. How? So fast. Oh. It seems my power is missing. I can feel the magic pulsing through the room around me. My magic has been siphoned while I was asleep. That's not good. It seems that I am going to have a lot of questions to ask when I get back to town. Assuming it's still there. I still have enough power to defend myself against this creature, however. Grabbing the hilt of her sword with both hands, she swings at me again. Could you please stop that? Again and again, she keeps swinging. She's fast, very fast. For a human, at least. However, she isn't able to keep up with me. No! You can't be this fast! Why not? You just can't be! She's quivering anxiously now. Damn it! Ignoring me for a moment, she looks behind herself. No, I can't run away. She steels herself. Face me, monster! She charges at me, brandishing her sword carelessly. Having a stroke. I've had enough of this. In my hand, a swirling orb of water forms. Launching from my hands, the orb hits the adventurer in the chest. The force of it sends her flying back across the room. Her armor shatters into pieces. Ooh. I slowly walk over, looking down as she lays on the ground. She tries to stand back up, but is unable to muster the strength to do so. But she doesn't look afraid. In fact, she's looking me dead in the eye. So, this is it then. I knew it this day was going to come eventually. Despite her obvious pain, she forces a smile. Well, you are my last opponent. Could I get a last request? I think you misunderstand my intentions. Even though this woman is hostile. no intention of ending her life. From my lips, ancient words pour, and it envelops the room, slowly circling in on the fallen night. Wait. What are you doing? Eventually, I finish the spell and my mana dissipates. Come on, get up. What? Don't be... Her body responds then and stands upright. What? My body did that on its own? What did you do to me? Sorry, I had to test if the spell worked correctly. What spell? What did you do? It is a binding spell, magical contract between you and I. From this day forward, you are my subordinate, and I am your master. You may call me Yomi. I used the last of my power on this spell, so I am going to be relying on you, Ceri. I don't even know. I would have to look something up for her name, of how to pronounce it correctly. I'm your what? Release me from this spell immediately! Sorry, but I can't release the spell right now. First of all, we need to get you somewhere safe. Let's see if I still have it. Checking one of my pockets, I can't help but smile when I see it. Here it is. I firmly grabbed the knight by her arm. What are you doing? Please, just tell me what's going on. 3, 2, 1. The warp stone inside my robe begins to resonate. One moment, we are standing in that room. The next, we're standing in my hometown. Where are we? Somewhere safe. This is the town I passed through earlier. Why here of all places? Oh, good to know that the illusion spell is still working then. What's even better is that this town is still standing. Illusion spell? I don't understand. What do you mean by... She slumps her shoulders in defeat. Well, it's somewhere safe. But what does this town mean to you, Fox? There's humans here, so wouldn't this place be unsafe for you? Not at all. Not at all. I founded this town myself. We needed to disguise the dungeon's entrance, so this was our solution. Dungeon's entrance? Wait, are you telling me that you're... the Dungeon Lord? I was, at least. But I am guessing that it is no longer the case. My connection to the dungeon has been severed. So that can only mean one thing. I've been usurped. Sir just stares at me in disbelief. Such a thing can happen? Sometimes, yes. Let me guess, you were there to clear out the monsters. Well, yes, but I have failed miserably. That's good, actually. Our goals are the same. Anyway, I do not like seeing you walk around in tatters. Let's get you cleaned up. I take her with me to the inn. As I step inside, everyone goes silent. Everyone immediately stands up and rushes to the entrance. One particular figure stands out among them. None other than Isabella, my innkeeper. My humble master, is that really you? Really? Who else would it be, Isabella? Cheers erupt from the inn. Sorry to keep all of you waiting. We didn't know what happened to you. One day you were here, then you disappeared. This is so sudden. Where have you been? I was sealed away inside an abandoned room. I do not quite remember how that happened, but I think I will work it out. I see. The important thing is that you're okay. We are so glad to have our dungeon lord back. I am glad to see you all again. However, there is a problem at hand. Yes? Unfortunately, in your absence, someone else has taken your dungeon from you. I've heard things are really bad down there right now. Ceri just stares at them. You were all monsters? Like I said, illusion spell. Since you're currently my subordinate, you can see through it. She appears to be in a state of shock. Oh yes, we served her earlier. What is she doing with you? She's the one who released me. So now I've decided that she's going to work for me from now on. It's not like you to take humans for servants. Well, I have a good feeling about this girl. She's looking kind of pale. And it looks like you two had a bit of a disagreement. Please see to her needs. No problem. I am more than happy to serve you, my humble master. She leads Ceri away to the spare room. I'll have a hot bath ready for you right away. I should be able to mend this arm or two. Okay, that sounds fine. After a hot bath and a fresh change of clothes, Ceri looks like she has recovered from her shock. You're strangely hospitable for monsters. That normally would have cost me hundreds of gold pieces. We look after our own around here. Now then, Ceri. I know you aren't going to like this, but we have to work together now. You want to clear out the dungeon? I want to get my dungeon back. I do not think it is unreasonable to join forces, do you? She goes silent for a moment. While I find the idea of working for a monster completely absurd, I know that there is nothing I could do about the spell you've placed on me. And it is as you've said, we share a common goal. To defeat the monster reigning over this dungeon. So I see no point in being angry about things I cannot change. I accept this bargain. It makes me very glad to hear that, Ceri. You look like you're quite experienced with dungeon deviling. So I'm sure your expertise will be useful. It did me no good against you. I haven't had a real challenge in a long time, and it's gone to my head. Perhaps this experience is just what I needed. Sometimes you need to take a blow to your pride. It cannot hurt, and then can it? Humility is the only way that we improve ourselves. She lets out a bitter laugh. I would have liked to have learned this lesson a different way. But as you said, there is no point in complaining about circumstances you cannot change. Anyway, if you need some time before we begin our adventure, I understand. Please feel free to make use of any of the services we have here. Thank you. I think the first thing I need is a drink. She wanders off to the bar then. While this entire situation isn't ideal, I can't help but be excited. Several hundred years is plenty of time for things to change. There could be entire new human kingdoms out there. New monsters I can meet. New food I can eat. It's as if I have stepped in another world. While I cannot say that I was happy to be sealed, I want to make the most of this experience. So let's see what lies ahead. As I enter the shop, someone smiles at me from behind the counter. Now here is someone I have not seen in a long time. I did not believe it when they said that you were back. Well, I'm here. So what wondrous goods does my shopkeeper have to share today? Well, we've fallen on hard times since the new dungeon lord took over. We currently do not have the capacity to make any particular strong items at the moment. If you bring me mana shards, though, I can make you some basic items. I hope that is enough to make you happy. It is more than enough. You have kept things here nice and tidy even after hundreds of years. I am very proud of you, Charlotte. It is good to hear your kind words again, my humble master. Sorry. I have been saving this in case I needed it, but I think it would be better if you had it. She walks up to me and places something in the palm of my hand. Found a warp stone. A warp stone! Excellent! Thank you, Charlotte. You are more than welcome. Bring back mana shards from the dungeon, and I will gladly make you more. At the moment, the shop does not have a wide array of items. As you progress through the dungeon, more items will become available. Make sure to frequently check the shop and see what else is available between dungeon expeditions. Healing potions and warp stones. I am happy about that. I have some free time at the moment. It it would probably be good to check in my servants. You never know what may be happening in town. So it is always a good idea to stay up to date on the local gossip. Considering how much time I've spent asleep, I would be happy to hear some recent news. So I wonder what I should do first. As you progress through the dungeon, dialogue events will become available in town. Checking these events can lead to uncovering secrets or unlocking special events. So make sure that you check if there is any events available after you come back from the dungeon. Perhaps it would be better to do this later. I make small talk with Isabella, but we don't really have much to share at the moment. Perhaps I should talk to her later. As we step towards the gate, Ceri seems apprehensive. Is something the matter? Well, apart from everything that just happened, there is always a sense of anticipation before you first enter a dungeon. Well, this is the second time I am entering. Technically, it is the first. My sealed chamber has long since been cut off from the actual dungeon. I see. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's go take my dungeon back. As we step outside, I can smell the earth and dust in the air. A dim darkness, illuminated by a few spare torches, spreads out in front of us. It is all too familiar to me. It's good to be home. So, before we get started, there's just a few things I would like to make clear, Yomi. Yes? If we are going to work together, can you please approach this my way? Although you are very powerful, I do not know how much dungeon diving you've done. So I feel that it would be best to use my experience here. As you wish. I am here to simply provide guidance. What path you take is up to you. Strange words from someone who just enslaved me. This is just a necessary part of our agreement. So, what do you propose? She pulls out a bundle of papers and what appears to be a writing quill. Navigating a place like this is a difficult task. You need to map every little step you take. It's far too easy to get lost if you do not keep track. Very well. Anyway, I will take a point. Let's get going, Yomi. Navigate the dungeon using those keys. I'm using the controller, so I don't have to worry about that. Uh-huh. Yes. Pretty much. not in battle. Yep, if you lost a battle. If you lose a battle, the game will be over, so make sure to save frequently. You can save the game by pressing F5. You load your latest quick save file by pressing F9. I can't use my F keys. As we continue to walk forward, I hear the sound of something moving in the darkness. Ceri immediately reacts, readying her weapon to strike. Bit by bit, our enemy emerges into the light of Ceri's blazing torch. Oh, visitors! A rabbit monster? Are these notoriously weak? Nothing in this dungeon is as it seems. She has absorbed part of my power. Do not underestimate her. I am very sorry, but the Dungeon Lord has made it clear that visitors aren't allowed. I am also very sorry, but I can't leave. Let's get this out of the way. You're about to enter your first battle. The bottom left-hand corner displays your active party members and their status. When it is the turn of one of your party members, they will appear on the right side of the screen. Their available skills will be directly below them. Each skill uses AP to slowly recovers the course of battle. All monsters have the guard skill, which recovers AP and protects against attacks. Select the target of your attacks with the enemy status is displayed above their character's characteristics. The order in which the party members and enemies take turns is displayed at the top right of the screen. The party members have gold borders rather than portraits, whereas enemies have portraits. Now then, defeat the bunny girl to proceed. Good luck. You found 10 mono shards. As her deals the final blow, the bunny girl is practically blown away by the force of it. Her clothes are torn to tatters, leaving her completely exposed. For a moment, she just sits there on the cave floor looking down at the cloth scraps on the floor.
My clothes! No! Why did this have to happen?
Extremely embarrassed, she tries to cover herself with her hand.
You didn't have to be that mean, you know. I know that I had to stop you, but really should I have used such excess force?
A loud sniffle comes from the bunny. An uneasy look settles on Ceri's face.
I'm sorry, but it was necessary.
If you had just let me past, this wouldn't have happened.
You had clearly won, you know. But then you destroy my clothes? Dungeon Lord doesn't give us new clothes for months on end.
Wait, is that my imagination or is the sprite just moving?
She is so mean to us on the upper floors.
Ceri looks back at me.
It's only the first floor, and I already feel like a villain.
She lets out a heavy sigh.
Is there anything we can do for her?
Absolutely. I walk over to the sniffling bunny. She looks up at me with dewy eyes.
Oh, come on.
Everything is going to be fine. I gently pat her on the head. She looks a little less upset then.
Is it?
I back up the stairs and talk to my innkeeper. She will make new clothes for you.
But if I leave, the overseer will get angry. And she's really scary when she's angry. But wait, she'll be angry anyway. I'm in so much trouble.
You don't have to come back.
If you leave, you can just leave forever. They aren't gonna be able to hunt you down. Really?
Her eyes are filled with hope now. She eagerly awaits my confirmation. Yes, just get out of here.
But are you going to stop them?
That is why we're here. I cannot tolerate injustice being done to poor little monsters.
Then thank you. Do your best down here.
She immediately leaves, taking off far faster than I was expecting. Well done, Ceri. You have won your first battle. It is merely one step of a long journey. But she was far stronger than I was expecting. You said she absorbed part of your power. Yes, my powers have been stolen from me and shared among the monsters of this dungeon. If we're going to survive, we will need to reclaim as much of it as possible. I will share my power with you as we go along, Ceri. Well, although I prefer to use my own strength, I'll take whatever boons I can. The longer a battle goes, the higher chance to escape is. There are hotkeys to access those actions. Press A. Ceri, before we proceed further, I need to ask a favor of you. What is it, Yomi? I know that you do not appreciate your position right now, but I am afraid that we need to capture more subordinates. So you want me to catch them for you? Exactly. While I do not agree with this idea as a matter of principle, we need as many allies as we can get. So what does it need me to do? I will show you how to use the capture spell. Since I'm directly channeling my magic through you, it should be a simple task. Very well, show me how. Ceri has learned the capture ability. All monsters you encounter at random while inside the dungeon can be captured. After capturing them, they will be sent to the prison in your hometown. You will need to go meet your captured monsters if you want to add them to your party. To capture a monster, you must do enough damage. with the capture ability to defeat her. Ideally, you should weaken them until they can be taken out with one hit. Not all monsters can be captured this way, but there may be other means of recruiting those monsters to your cause. Monsters who are a higher level than the caster of the capture spell cannot be captured. Yeah, that's oof. You have gained experience or XP during your last battle. XP is gained in 3 ways: attack an opponent, being attacked by an opponent, or when a character defeats an enemy. When an ally defeats an opponent, all party members, including members in the back line and town, gain experience. While fighting against opponents with higher levels, you will gain additional XP. When fighting against weaker opponents, you gain less XP. When a character gains 100 XP, they will level up. We have our first ally.
That is one way to put it. But are you sure that a rabbit is going to be much of a use to us?
You underestimate that rabbit. There are particular species I found in the windswept plateaus to the north. While they seem harmless enough, they have a natural affinity with the wind. They can tear you apart without having to touch you themselves.
What an unusually vicious rabbit.
I suppose it is a good thing that they are on our side now.
Very much so.
Remember not to look down on anything you find in this dungeon. It can come back to bite you. You captured your first party member. If you want to add her to your party, head back to town and click on Meet Captured Monsters at the main menu. Monsters you've captured will appear there. As I approach the holding cell, I hear a small squeak escape from it. The rabbit I had fought stares back at me in fear.
Don't eat me! I was just following orders. People aren't allowed to visit.
Calm down, rabbit. I have no intention of eating you. They're a very high-strung species. The poor thing has probably been frightened half to death.
But foxes are dangerous.
Really? I won't. If I was going to eat you, I would have done so already.
Eep!
Anyway, I came to ask you something.
Yes?
Would you like to work for me?
Work for you?
Yes, as my servant.
Well, the current dungeon lore is pretty mean. And the bigger monsters keep looking at me with their big, predatory eyes.
She shivers in fear.
Okay, I'll join you, as long as you don't eat me.
I promise that I won't. My cute little subordinates only get the best treatment. The bunny girl has joined your party. To add her to your dungeon party, click on the Organize Party button at the main menu. And there we go. Ooh, I'm so tired. Alright, thank you all for watching. The Sakura Dungeon. Peace out. Keep on the stealth. Laters.